Well, good evening, friends, and welcome to Sammy's open mic. It's excellent to see you all again. Excellent to be here. Good to see you, Brycey. It seems like
hello.
Seems like only a month since we've done this. No, what was it? In fact, it was a month. It was a month. So yeah, good to see you, Brycey. I haven't seen you since last month, and I just wish that I could see all the friends out there as well. We should maybe do a mega Zoom sometime when we're all
in
the frame of technology.
Yeah, when we started this, I think this is, I don't know, there's maybe lockdown number 8, lockdown Sammy's number 8, because when we started this, we thought, well, let's do this, but I had no real idea whether there would be much of a demand for it or we would do it more than once. But actually, as well as becoming something for us to do to pass our otherwise empty days, it's become a real nice way of being in touch with all the Sammy chums. So we've come to really look forward to doing it and hearing from you all on the night and that kind of thing. So,
yep. So we're going to kick off as usual with the Bucks, and you remember last month for contractual reasons we didn't have Brycey, so we did a couple of ridiculously slow ballad numbers. So we thought since we've got Brycey back this time, we'd just let him cut loose with the old guitar and start off with a rasper. So this is a song that we did it when I retired from work, and we've never done it since. So we're reprising it tonight. And it's I'm never going back to my old school.
I remember the 35 sweet goodbyes when you put me on a Wolverine up to Annandale. It was still September when your daddy was quite surprised to find you as a working girl in the county jail. I was smoking with the boys upstairs when I heard about the whole affair. I said, oh no, William and Mary won't do. Well, I did not think the girl could be so cruel, and I'm never going back to my old school. Outside the door, soon they're gonna be in bloom up at Annandale. I can't stand her doing what she did before, living like a gypsy queen in a fairy tale. Hear the whistle, but I can't go. I'm gonna take her down to Mexico. She said, oh no, Guadalajara won't do. Well, I did not think the girl could be so cruel, and I'm never going back to my old school. tumbles into the sea. That'll be the day I go back to Huntingdale. Try to warn you about Chino and Daddy G, but I can't seem to get to you through the US mail. Well, I hear a whistle, but I can't go. I'm going take it down to Mexico. She said, oh no, Guadalajara won't do. Well, I did not think the girl could be so cruel, and I'm never going back to my old school.
Okay, that was the Bucks in a moment of foolish ambition, taking on one of the Steely Dan classic numbers, and well done to everybody for getting from the start to the end of that one. And we did a wee kind of cameo thing there for the skunk, Jeff Baxter, who was the guitarist in the first couple of Steely Dan albums. But also played with the Doobie Brothers for a number of years after that. And Swan, you have a very good Jeff Baxter story, I believe.
Yeah, I heard the story about Jeff Baxter. Apparently, he was morbidly curious, very interested about the LA Police Department, and he befriended folk in the police department to such an extent that they made him a uniform, and they allowed him to go out on patrols. So one night they'd stopped a car full of young suspected hooligans and pulled them out of the car. I think it was got them sort of with their hands on the roof of the car. And one guy turned around to Jeff Baxter, who's got the long hair and the police uniform. He said, ain't you the dude that plays guitar with the Doobie Brothers? Jeff goes, yeah, spread them. So, that's Jeff Baxter. What's the next one?
So, how we get from there to Fergus McNeil, I'm not sure. Well, Fergus McNeil, who in his spare time is a leading academic in the field of criminology. So, there you go. But he also is something of a songwriter, as we know, and this song that he's doing this time round is called Water Song, and it's a song that he wrote having been at a kind of event about ecology and the environment, and he was challenged to write a song on the subject, and so he wrote this song, and he says it was particularly with the River Kelvin in mind. So for those of you who are familiar with the River Kelvin, this is Water Song from Fergus.
You won't recall where we first met. I passed you on the western steps. The indifference of youth, perhaps you didn't notice me. Our paths have crossed 1,000 times, our tributaries intertwined. The busyness of life, perhaps you couldn't cease. But when the world slowed, I still flowed, and you found me when the need was strong. When the doors closed, I still flowed, and finally you heard my song. You walked beside me every day. I whispered all your woes away. Lost in froth and foam and drowned in horseback brown. You saw me fall in grey and gold. You watched the life around me grow. Baptized, I drew you so far down and turned you round. So when the world spins and time thins, will you find me when my need is strong? When clocks turn and lights burn, still listen to the water song. Will you still hear me? Will you still hear? When the world slowed, I still flowed, and you found me when the need was strong. When the world spins and when time thins, still listen to the water song. When the world slowed, I still flowed. You found me when the need was strong. When the world spins and when time thins, still listen to the water song. Still listen to the water song. When weary feet can walk no more, I'll carry you from bridge to shore. In the ocean we begin again, time without end.
Okay, thanks very much, Fergus. That was lovely as usual. I'll never think of the River Kelvin in the same way again. Actually, Rachel and me were walking on the Clyde, was it the Clyde pathway last week there. We went down to a wee place called Crossford and started walking along the Clyde pathway. And they say you can walk from New Lanark to Glasgow, so let's do that sometime.
Really?
It was absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So, the River Kelvin, the River Clyde. Okay, so I know it's early in the evening, but I think it's time we pulled out some of the big guns. So, let us welcome Mr. John McIntosh.
Hello everyone. I'm going to do a little slice of kitchen sink melodrama heartbreak. This is an old squeeze song. We like it.
She dealt out the rations with some or other passions. I said, you are a lady. Perhaps she said, I may be. We moved into a basement with talks of our engagement. We stayed in by the telly, although the room was smelly. We spent our time just kissing the railway arms we were missing. But love had got us hooked up, and all the time it took off. I got a job with Stanley, he said I'd come in handy. He started me on Monday, so I had a bath on Sunday. I worked 11 hours, bought the girl some flowers. She said she'd seen a doctor, and nothing now could stop her. I worked all through the winter, the weather brash and bitter. I put away a tenner each week to make her better. And when the time was ready, we put away the telly. Late evenings by the fire, and little kicks inside her. This morning at 4:50, I took her rather nifty down to an incubator. Well, 30 minutes later, she gave birth to a daughter. Within a year a walker, she looked just like her mother. If there could be another. But now she's 2 years older, her mother's with a soldier. She left me with my drinking, became a proper stinging. The devil came and took me from bar to streets and bookie. No more nights by the telly, no more nights nappy smelling. Alone here in the kitchen, I feel there's something missing. I'd beg for some forgiveness, but begging's not my business. And she won't write a letter, although I always tell her. So's my assumption, I'm really up the junction.
So that was John with the squeeze number, Up the Junction. John was saying to me when just after he'd recorded that it had really sort of dawned on him, although it sounds like a chirpy song. Actually, it's quite a sad song. You know, the guy whose experience has been recounted is not having things are not working for him, not going well. However, one might say, well, that surely is the purpose of art, is to kind of find ways of, interpreting and reflecting on life that give us something back from even difficult times. I'm sure we could go somewhere with that into a sort of, a wee thought for the day, but we'll resist that. Instead, we'll move swiftly on because Reverend Ian Jolly, where is he now? Because next up we have 𝗩𝗏𝗏, and 𝗩𝗏𝗏 has been sending us songs regularly, which has been lovely, and so we're pleased to have her here again. And she's going to sing a song in Farsi, it's a Persian song, and she's going to tell us about it. So here's 𝗩𝗏𝗏.
Hi pals, how you doing? Today I decided to play classical piece first, And then I changed my mind. I said it's too much to show off my classical skills. So I'm gonna play an old Persian song, and it's really lovely and soft and, you know, kind of romantic. And when I was thinking translating it to English to read it before playing, you know, even in Farsi, it's so poetic, and you need to be too focused to see what it's saying. Okay, that's why I'm not translating it. I just want to sing it. You just feel the melody. گل گلدون من شکسته در باد، تو بیا تا دلم نکرده فریاد. گل شب بودی که شب بونه میده، کی گل شب بو رو از شاخه چیده. گوشه آسمون گل رنگین کمون، من مثل تاریکی تو مثل مهتاب. اگه باد از سر زلف تو نگذره، من میرم گم میشم تو جنگل خواب. گل گلدون من، ماه ایوون من، از تو تنها شدم چو ماهی از آب. گل هر آرزو رفته از رنگ و بو، من شدم رودخونه دلم یه مرداب. آسمون آبی میشه اما گل خورشید رو شاخه های بید دلش میگیره. در مهتابی میشه اما گل مهتاب از برکه های خواب بالا نمیره. تو که دست کن میدی به ستاره جون میدی، میسوزه گل از گل باغ. وقتی چشمات هم میاد دو ستاره کم میاد، میسوزه شقایق از داغ. گل گلدون من، ماه ایوون من، از تو تنها شدم چو ماهی از آب. گل هر آرزو رفته از رنگ و بو، من شدم رودخونه دلم یه مرداب. I hope you liked it.
Hey, thank you, Farzan. That was lovely. It added a wee bit of international colour to the evening. And in fact, I'm sitting here drinking pastis myself, imagining myself in the south of France, wishing I were there. And one of the beauties about the lockdown, Sammy, is the next guy who's coming up. He's actually sitting in Switzerland just now watching this. So we've got this sort of international flavour. So it's Jimmy Hay, and Jimmy's doing a 𝗩𝗏𝗥𝗧𝗨 McClinton song. All I know about 𝗩𝗏𝗥𝗧𝗨 McClinton really is that Jimmy Hay likes him, and I've heard Jimmy do quite a few of McClinton's songs. So here he is now with Just You and Me, Jimmy Hay.
Hello, okay. Just You and Me, babe, take 453. Just you and me, babe, that's what's on my mind. No more chances with this love right. Yeah, you take the chill from a lonely night. We got it made for the very first time. Just you and me, babe, for the rest of our life. No more chasing love around, in and out of every door. I'm gonna stick here with the love I found. I ain't gonna do it no more. You make it all so real, you make it all so right. You take the chill from a lonely night. We got it made for the very first time. Just you and me, babe, for the rest of our life. Just you and me, babe, for the rest of our life. Just you and me, babe, for the rest of our life. Thank you.
One of the great things about doing it this way is that we can hear regularly from people who are a long way away. Like Jimmy has actually performed in live at Sammy's at the Glad, but I think it's just about once over the years because he lives in Switzerland. But here we can see him, you know, time after time, which is great. So thanks again, Jimmy. Very good. And continuing the international theme, we have our pal Alice from London. And so Alice this month is doing, she's usually been doing one of her own numbers, which have been absolutely terrific. But now she is doing a Bob Marley song, and this is This Love? Alice Watts.
Hey everyone at the Glad, it's so good to be back with you all. Thank you for having me. This month I'm gonna play a cover, and I think with the second lockdown it's just tough, and being indoors and not being able to see people is hard, and we all need a little bit of love. So who better to bring the love than Mr. Bob Marley? So I'm gonna play a bit of Bob, and I hope you enjoy. I want to love you and treat you right. I want to love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. Is this love, love, love that I'm dreaming? Is this love, love, love that I'm dreaming? 'Cause I want to love you, treat you right. I want to love you every day and every night. We'll be together with a roof right over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. Is this love, love, love that I'm dreaming? Is this love, love, love that I'm dreaming? Yeah, I want to love you and treat you right. I want to love you every day and every night.
Great, so that's Alice Watts from London Town. Oh, London Town. Alice, a new friend who we have yet to meet. So I think the Bucks should do some long distance work with Alice musically. We'll see. Next up, another person who's not a regular at Sammy's, but has played at Sammy's in the past. An excellent singer-songwriter with one of the sweetest sounding guitars you'll ever hear. It's Jim King, and Jim's going to do one of his own numbers, and it's called, I'll just read it here, It Takes All Kinds. So enjoy Jim, and listen to Jim King.
Yeah.
Some people like to sit and dream. Some people like to dance. Some people love to sing, given half a chance. Some people like to share their woes. That's just how it goes. It takes all kinds to make the world go round. Some people like things quiet, some love being loud. Some folk like to blend right in, some stand out from the crowd. Some are yeses, some are no's, that's just how it goes. It takes all kinds to make the world go round. Oh, it takes all kinds, whites and browns. Takes all kinds, smiles and frowns. Takes all kinds to reach the sky. Takes all kinds to wonder why. Takes all kinds for war to cease. Takes all kinds to live in peace. Takes all kinds, friends and foes. That's just the way it goes. Takes all kinds to make the world go round. Some people like to talk things through. Some people love to fight. Some people spend a lifetime convinced that they are right. Some are doubtful and it shows. That's just how it goes. Oh, it takes all kinds to make the world go round. Oh, it takes all kinds to make the world go round. Well, it takes all kinds, whites and browns. Takes all kinds, smiles and frowns.
Takes all kinds to reach the sky, takes all kinds to wonder why, takes all kinds for war to cease, takes all kinds to live in peace, takes all kinds for friends and foes, and those who chose to share their woes, takes the yeses and the nos, and takes the doubtful, I suppose. Takes all kinds to make the world go round and around and around. Oh, it takes all kinds to make the world go round.
Jim King, very good to see you, Jim. Nice to have you back at Sammy's. And next up is another of our new friends. So this is the band 𝗩𝗟𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟. Remember, they've just been built, and here they are back again. Swan's going to tell us about what they're doing this time round.
Yeah, well, I'm really keen to hear this recording because Rachel and me were meant to be walking across Spain again this year to Santiago in Galicia, and we got as far as Pamplona and everything shut down, so we had to sort of flee the country. But the 𝗩𝗟𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 are going to do a couple of North Spain numbers, a couple of numbers from Asturias. They're written by 𝗩𝗟𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, I think, and the tracks are called 𝗩𝗟𝗪𝗏 and Nocturne. So a couple of Asturian tunes from 𝗩𝗟𝗧𝗨𝗪𝗏.
lovely playing, glass tour. And when Swan mentioned Pamplona the other day, all the cyclists who are watching will be going, right, okay, because the Vuelta de España, the Spanish tour is on at the moment, and they started off in Pamplona the other day. Of course, I mentioned this to Swan, and he immediately has the image of cyclists versus bulls. But it's not actually like that. However, it is pretty fierce as a challenge because they cycle up some of the most ridiculous slopes you could ever hope to imagine. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we have someone who is new to online Sammys, so we have a big cheer for him. I should have told you, it's 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, and it's particularly nice I'm down Kirkcudbright to be introducing Doug, who is a Castle Douglas boy. He's the boy who put Doug in Castle Douglas, and he has given us a Peter Gabriel number called The Book of Love. 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟.
The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the dam within. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions about dancing. But I love it when you read to me. You can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, it's where music comes from. Some of it is just transcendental. Some of it is just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things, and you ought to give me wedding rings. I love it when you give me things, and you ought to give me wedding rings.
Excellent, sir. That was 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 in the Book of Love. I thought that was one of Doug's own songs because Doug is an excellent songwriter himself, but I googled it, discovered it was a Peter Gabriel number, because I'm not au fait with the oeuvre of Gabriel. So next up, here's someone who has written this song, and it's Jack Law, and it's entitled Waiting for the Man. So here's Jack.
Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well and staying safe. Here's a song I wrote about just a bit less than maybe 4 years ago, after the outcome of the last American election. And I'm looking forward with some trepidation anyway to the outcome of this one over the next couple of weeks or so. Let's hope it's not as long as that. Anyway, it's called Waiting for the Man.
the stage like the world is in your hand. Think you got the stride of some latter-day Charlemagne. Got all the speeches of all the great men, reclaimed, recycled, rebranded like you own them. Got news for you, mister, as you say something bland. Use is simple, we're waiting for man. Got the look of someone who believes he's in command. Got the walk and gait of an alpha man. Got the shoes, got the suit, you even got the hair. But you're a sham, you're a makeover, you ain't going nowhere. It's so easy for you to be bemused, hard to take, but you're yesterday's news. Why don't you take off to the wild wind blows? Take a leaf from your old uncle. Take a cap off, feel the heat, 'cause we're waiting for the man coming in from the street. Thought you were the future, you believe you hold the world, but you're just a bit player in the theater of the absurd. This ain't no opera, and no cabaret you're in, and you ain't no Pennywise, no crusting, not even Harley Quinn. When the party's over and you're left with just the dregs, getting sober, you're on your last legs. Why don't you take off to where the wild wind blows? Take a leaf from your old Uncle Mo. Take your cap off, feel the heat, 'cause we're waiting for the man. We're waiting for the man. Oh, we're waiting for the man coming in from the street. Ooh. Cheers.
So that was Jack, and a song really about the American election, which prompts me there are still a couple of days to vote. So all our American audience, just want to remind you to get out and cast your vote. I think our lives may depend on it, you know. So do that. There must be a whole handful of you out there, you know. And talking of America, this next song is written by a fine American singer, songwriter, Natalie Merchant. It's the 10,000 Maniacs song, and it's performed by one of Sammy's finest, by Wendy English, and These Are Days.
These
touched by something that'll grow and bloom. These are you break. These days you might feel a shout of light make its way across your face, and when you do, you'll know how it was meant to be. See the signs and know the meaning. It's true. You'll know how it was meant to be. Hear the signs and know they're speaking to you, to you.
So, Wendy, frolicking in Pollock Estate. We love you, Wendy. Wendy, the sixth buck, and delivering a really sort of heartwarming, hope-filled song. That was beautiful. So let's keep it in the family. How appropriate would it be if we now got Wendy's brother, Paul English, and Paul is going to do a 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 song, Move Away, Jimmy Blue. So, Paul English.
Hey.
A struck match faded like a nervous laugh behind the halo of a naked bone, and your old voice mingles with your other halves, school friends and secondhand clothes. Eventually your world will shrink within four walls of neglected bets and stolen stereos. So move away, Jimmy Blue, before your small town turns around and swallows you. And swallows you. A drunk mother was the cue for the legendary things that you do behind the carnival tent, with mud on your face behind the old glue factory too. So move away, Jimmy Blue, before your small town turns around and swallows you. And swallows you. Wet feet visit the same old places. You find there nothing new. Just a bin full of tissues from made up faces in a town full of nothing to do. A love match with the moon in a lay-by. Wild insects turn and you get hooked in the darkness of a woman's womb. Jimmy Blue, Jimmy Blue, funky blue. Jimmy Blue. sing me one now?
Okay, Paul, always good to see you. Paul English. I don't know if you saw Nicola doing her address on Thursday there, but she was talking about this new, moving into the new 5-tier thing, and just the sense that this is a long struggle. And I have to say that I think she has been absolutely spot on with the way she has spoken about the dealing with COVID, emphasising that we are in this together and the importance of our compassion and our kindness to one another being as important as the practical things about, you know, washing your hands and wearing your face mask, all that. I think she's been completely on the money. And interestingly, she spoke about the Second World War, and of course, you know, Boris has invoked the Second World War in some of his addresses, but she spoke about it in an entirely different way. She talked about how we're at the moment 7 months into this pandemic, or however many months it is, many months into the pandemic, and she reminded us that there are people alive still who lived through the Second World War, and how that went on for 6 years. And that was the sense in which she spoke about it, the importance of endurance and maintaining hope, and a kind of view that this, you know, we'll get through this. There will be another side. You know, there will be a time when we can look back on this. And so I was just applauding her because she has such a good way of thinking about these things. And it comes to mind, particularly now, because here we are in November, and in November there's always Remembrance Sunday, and this next number is 𝗩𝗓𝗓 McCluskey playing his pipes, and I guess pretty much all pipers growing up in Scotland will have been brought up with a lot of music that is associated with battles and associated with the military and so on. And Ali is just making a very clear connection between this tune, The Floors of the Forest, one of the big Scottish Lament tunes, and the Remembrance Weekend. So here's Ali inviting us all to remember, and I'm putting that alongside Nicola, reminding us that this is about people finding ways of looking out for one another and enduring difficult periods and enduring great losses. So this is The Floors of the Forest. So, well done, Ali. Thank you very much for that. Of course, for me, the other big association with the Floors of the Forest is that Michael Mara, he plays that as the final section of his marvellous song of loss and reflection on war, called Hampton Mist. And yesterday, for those of you who noticed these things, was 6 years since Michael died. So a kind of sad moment. But one of the things about that song, if you don't know it, you go and look it up. It's just the most beautiful song, just very, very powerful song. And it tells the story of, it's drawn from Sunset Song, of course, and it tells the story of how Chris Guthrie's first wife, Ewan, first husband, Ewan Tabendale, went to war as a volunteer, and how in the middle of the battle, under the stress of it all, he imagined he heard his wife and saw her face, and so he walked towards it, and it turned out he was walking away from the front. And the story is about how he was prosecuted as a deserter and killed. But one of the things it talks about is how he remembers his wife singing. And one of the lovely things about that book is that when Chris Guthrie gets married for the second time, at her wedding, she's asked to sing, and the only song she can bring to mind to sing is The Floors of the Forest. So you should go and read Sunset Song if you've not read it. Red Swan.
I'm in tears now, Brycey.
Yeah. So it's a somewhat mournful passage in an otherwise cheery event.
Some of the song was with them now. Okay, so the next thing is very, very cheery. We haven't had any visits to the vault tonight because the night's so busy, but for about the last 4 months I've been dying to put this one in from the vault, and I haven't asked their permission even. I know they're going to be quite happy with it. It's a band called The Colour of Whiskey, and if you haven't heard The Colour of Whiskey, then whenever you get a chance, do. I'll let them speak for themselves, and this is The Colour of Whiskey with a number called Road Tripping. It's lovely.
Good.
This first song was partly inspired by the theme tune to The Littlest Hobo. You're familiar with that? Yes, yes. One gentleman's familiar with it. Made you cry now. Made you want to skip down the street in a gay, carefree manner. Growing up in Cumbernauld, that wasn't always possible. Never mind, tell me that. One of the show. This is called Road Tripping.
That feeling comes again, singing I don't mind.
So next up after The Colour of Whiskey is The Colour of the Blues, a song by George Jones by our good pal Billy Paul. Billy, as if his presence is not enough to make our hearts leap, he always puts in a wee visual feature of some kind, and this month he's managed to station a light fitting above his head to just emphasise the saintly quality of his presence. So here he is, with The Colour of the Blues. It's Billy Paul.
Here's a wee sad bluesy song called The Colour of the Blues. It's a country song. Up above me are the skies, like the twinkle in your eyes. These things are the colour of the blues. In the mail your letter came, ink and paper look the same. Blue must be the colour of the blues. The bluebird singing in the tree seems to sympathize with me, 'cause he's not singing like he used to do. And the waters in the sea feel as cold as when you left me. Oh, blue must be the colour of the blue. There's a rainbow overhead with more blue than gold or red. Blue must be the colour angels choose. And that blue dress that you wore when you left to return no more. Oh, blue must be the colour of the blue. Blue days come and blue days go. How I feel nobody knows. Life is mighty empty without you. And there's a blue note in every song that I sing since you've been gone. Oh, blue must be the colour of the blue. Yes, blue must be the colour of the blue.
That was the marvellous Billy Paul with the Colour of the Blues. I'm not sure if that was a halo around his head or whether he fancies himself as some sort of Turkish pasha with a sort of Turkish turban on, but anyway, Billy Paul. So that would be sort of halfway through the evening. So you've made it halfway. Well done, folks. Good stickability. We'd take the break now for you to go to the toilet and have another beer. But we'll just actually keep on going. We'll do the 250 draw just now, and we'll get the results at the end of the evening, and they will be up on the screen to see who wins the whiskey and who wins the wine. Now, the Glad Cafe is open just now, but we're not allowed to serve strong liquor. So does that mean that we can't give out prizes? No, I'm sure we can't give out prizes. So the whiskey and the wine will be.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Online sales. Well, it's not sales. We're giving it away.
It would be a kind of memorable twist on the COVID impact on life if the prizes were, 2 tins of San Pellegrino and a bottle of Iron Brew. But some of us would be quite happy with that. But,
okay, so let's kick off the second half now, and we'll kick off with the relatives. They're going to be doing the Fleetwood Mac song Dreams. It's a kind of pared down relatives this month. Laurie in Warrington and Brycey and John down in Kirkcudbright, and the others are off doing life, not in jail, but just carrying on with life. Life, or what Brycey and me call wine. We just carry on with wine these days. Okay, so here's Anything to say about this one, Brycey?
I think Laurie sings it wonderfully well. But apart from that, you know.
Well, we'll be the judge of that. So here we are, the Relatives with Dreams.
Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, and listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had, and what you lost, and what you had, oh, and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say when they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. Now here I go again. I see the crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. Have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had, what you lost, and what you had, oh, and what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. You will know. You know.
Right, the Relatives there, and I always think it's nice of these young people to be willing to be seen with these old guys. They're very kind. Okay, moving on, another wee excerpt from the vault, and this is the Furrow Collective. And just to introduce them, there, Lucy Farrell, who is hitting the viola, Rachel Newton, who is sitting beside her harp but only singing, Emily Portman playing the concertina, and Ali Roberts on guitar. And this is Hind Horn, the Furrow Collective.
Okay, so that was the folk supergroup, Furrow Collective, and again I've been very keen to show that one, just to remember the great shows that we've had at the Glad, and that was a smashing one, and lovely people. In fact, I just ran into Ali Roberts and his wife Maud yesterday with their pretty new Wayne, and they just moved back up from London. So great to have them back in Glasgow. Ali is a huge talent. I say they're lovely people. I mind one time Rachel Newton did a harp concert for very young kids at the Glad, and we were there with Joe's wee girl Essie, and as Rachel walked on stage with her harp and prepared to perform, Essie pipes up very loud, "Are there snacks?" And Rachel's and went, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, I didn't realise I was meant to bring snacks." So lovely people. Okay, so next up, is it the first time? Yes, I think this is the first time that Sammy's. It's Graham Robertson. So no.
I think it's his second.
It's,
He played a few months ago.
But we'll give him a big cheer anyway.
All the same, yeah.
So I've been seeing Graham putting a lot of stuff on the internet, and so I asked him if he'd send us something in. And I know that he's like ourselves, he's a big Bruce fan. So here's Graham doing a Bruce number, a great one, One Step Up.
Good.
Woke up this morning, the house was cold. Checked the furnace, she wasn't burning. Went out and hopped in my old Ford. Kicked the engine, but she ain't turning. Giving each other some hard lessons lately, but we ain't learning. It's the same sad story, that's a fact. One step up and two steps back. Bird on the wire outside my motel room, but she ain't singing. Girl in white outside a church in June, but the church bells, they ain't ringing. I'm sitting here in this bar tonight, and all I'm thinking, I'm the same old story, same old act. One step up and two steps back. One step up and two steps back. It's the same thing night on night. Who's wrong, baby, who's right? Another fight and I slam the door on. Another battle in our dirty little war. When I look at myself, I don't see the man I wanted to be. Somewhere along the line I slipped off track. One step up and two steps back. One step up and two steps back. There's a girl across the room, I get the message she's sending. Ooh, she ain't looking too married to me. Oh honey, I'm pretending. Last night I dreamed I held you in my arms. Music was never ending. We danced as the evening sky faded to black. One step up and two steps back. One step up and two steps back. Ooh.
Well, good stuff, Graham. Thank you very much. Always good to get Bruce numbers. And of course, Bruce has a new album out. So if we gave out prizes, then there would probably be a prize for who's first up with a number from the new album. So get working, folks. The December Sammy's awaits. So talking of acts which are new, and this one is new, Swan is going to tell us about the next folk. Swan.
Yeah, so this is 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, and it's the first time she and her band have performed at Sammy's. They're from Edinburgh, so you can excuse them for not coming to Sammy's when it's a real place, but we have the joy of seeing them on film now. And a friend through in Edinburgh, Leslie, contacted me and said, "Are you looking for film clips from people?" And I said, "Yeah, send them in." And so she suggested Rosie. So here's 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 and her band now doing a song that Rosie's written. She's a songwriter, and it's called "Stop, Take a Minute." So let's stop, take a minute, and listen to the 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 band.
Yeah, good.
Wheeling and dealing, gone to leave us no time for just being. Hustle, bustle, wheeling and dealing, gone to leave us no time for real feeling. Let me stop, take a minute to smell the flowers. Take a minute, could last for hours. Take a minute in your busy life. You better stop, take a minute to watch the grass grow. Take a minute to crouch really slow. Stop and take a minute, it might just save your life. Always wanting, off forgetting, never satisfied, fussing and fretting. Always wanting, usually getting, life in the minute means less time. Bread and never stop, take a minute to smell the flowers. Take a minute, could last for hours. Stop, take a minute in your busy life. You know you better stop and take a minute to watch the grass grow. Take a minute to crouch really slow. Stop, take a minute, it might just save your life. Oh, yours, baby. You better stop, take a minute to smell the flowers. Take a minute, could last for hours. Take a minute in your busy life. You know you better stop and take a minute to watch the grass grow. Take a minute to grow really slow. Stop and take a minute, it might just save. Stop and take a minute, it might just save. I said stop, take a minute, it might just save your life.
So, 𝗩𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 band, lovely. Welcome, Rosie. Good to have you with us. And thanks, Leslie, for the tip-off. So, next up is Joe Smiley. And Joe has sent us a number. It's called Powder Blue. It's by Elbow. Now, Joe and Karina and the gals were on a wee holiday. And it seems that Joe has made this film while on holiday. It begs the question, does Joe take a piano on holiday with him? We'll not go into the subject of how Joe Smiley packs for holidays. That is the stuff of legend. But anyway, we look forward to hearing him with his newfound learned during lockdown how to play the piano, Joe and Powder Blue.
Hello from Perth, where we're on our October holiday. Thank you so much to everyone who's been down to the cafe since we reopened. Hope you've enjoyed it. This song is called Powder Blue, and it is from the first Elbow album.
Are just like black spiders, your hair and dress and ribbons, baby cakes, despair or incoherent, nothing in between. China white, my bride tonight, smiling on the tiles. Bring that minute back, you'll never get so close as when the sunward flight begins. I'll share it all with you, powder blue. We'll stumble through the crowds together, they're trying to ignore us. That's okay. To be the one you hold when the shakes begin. Sallow skin, starry-eyed, blessed in our sin. Bring that minute back, you'll never get so close to death, makes you so alive. I'll share it all with you, powder blue. Bring that minute back, you'll never get so close as when the sunward flight begins. I'll share it all with you, powder
Okay.
So that was our Joe showing off that he had some holidays this year. And if you don't know the story of how Joe Smiley packs for these holidays, I'm sure someone will be typing it in these comments that you can make comments on what's happening on screen just now. Some people do that, I'm sure. One of his family will now be typing in what Joe packs when he goes his holiday. Okay, so next up it's the final visit to the vault of the evening, and it's Roseanne McAdam and Roseanne's doing a KT Tunstall song called Stopping the Love. So here is Roseanne McCann.
Oh, good. Very good.
So you think it's funny that you've been calling me all of the time, every day, oh honey, I don't wanna be following or falling behind. If you're gonna be walking away, and I don't know why I wouldn't follow, I wouldn't follow. You got me looking up even when I'm falling down. You got me crawling out of my skin. You got me wondering why I am underneath this big old sky, stopping the loving getting well, I'm stopping the loving getting and now you say it's easy that you've been falling for all of my charm, and getting lost in my smile. It never ceases to amaze me when I'm chancing my arm that I still do it with style. And now I hope you'll be with me tomorrow, with me tomorrow. You got me looking up even when I'm falling down. You got me crawling out of my skin. You got me wondering why I am underneath this big old sky, stopping the love and getting there. Oh, well, I'm stopping the love and getting there. Yes, I'm stopping the love and getting there. You got me looking up even when I'm falling down. You got me crawling out of my skin. You got me wondering why I am underneath this big old sky, stopping the loving in there.
So lovely, Roseanne. Good to see Roseanne, who is from that hotbed of talent that is Greenock. Now we've got another piece of film which was made in Edinburgh, and it's from a show that was at the festival a few years ago, and it came about because Modern Studies and the GLAD applied to Creative Scotland for funding, and a film was made of it. And so there are three kind of musical groups that appear in this. The first is 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, and he's doing one of his own songs called Every Florist in Every Town. And that's then followed by Modern Studies doing a song from their first album called Horns and Trumpets. And there is also the backing of the mighty Pumpkin Seed Orchestra. So this is a spectacular piece of film. I was at the gig. It was a spectacular gig. So Modern Studies, 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, the Pumpkin Seed Orchestra. Sit back and enjoy.
Like I have a half-punch knife in my thigh. If I let you pull it out, I could die. Though it gets between us both, and once in a while I win, we agree to leave it there, 'cause it's a sin, and I'll be alright. Your name is known by every florist in every town we've ever drifted through or drowned in. And you like the quietness, but I've always had a thing for the noise. So you keep an eye on this, and you fasten me up, and I'm right with you. Are the only one that keeps me from throwing the whole thing down. You were always the only one. Does it take to fill a universe? And how many articles have you read on it? How many telescopes does it take to get a glimpse of the light that shimmers out of us through the night? Can we be alright? And you are the only one that keeps me from throwing the whole thing down. You were always the only one.
basket by the river, in a sheep field in the autumn, in a back street by the railway, in the street light in the night time, by the roadside near the hoardings, in the paper folded over, see them coming from the window, hear the calling on the wind, the horns of plenty, the trumpets of death, the horns of plenty, the trumpets of death, the horns of plenty, the trumpets of death, the horns of plenty, the trumpets. Bring them inside to the kitchen. Welcome strangers by the fireside. There's the danger. Friends are fickle on a knife edge, on a whim. The horns of plenty, the trumpets of death. The horns of plenty, the trumpets of death. The horns of plenty, the trumpets of death. The horns of plenty, the trumpets.
So in the days when we used to do gigs and we'd be walking about with guitar cases on our backs, people who didn't know me would sometimes say, "Oh, you're a musician, are you?" And I have never been able to say, "Yes, I'm a musician." I say, well, I play guitar a wee bit, and I can't say I'm a musician because of the sort of thing that we've just been watching there, which is just utterly superb. You see the talent of these people, like Pete that does the musical director, and just the quality of all the playing and the creativity of the writing. Absolutely beautiful. So those are musicians. That's what a musician is. And coming up now, here's another guy who's a musician. It's Michael Simon, and he's doing the Bermuda Triangle Exit, which is a Stefan Grossman. I was watching Stefan Grossman doing it on YouTube the other day. I think Michael actually does it better. So that's for you.
And why?
Here's Michael Simon.
Evening, everyone. This is the Bermuda Triangle Exit.
Michael Simon. It's funny, when I'm watching Michael playing it, it always makes me laugh because I keep going, oh, for goodness sake, look at that. So if it's right to put it this way, he is laughably good, you know, Michael Simon. Next up is a dear old pal of mine. Oh, a dear pal for a long time. I don't mean he's old. I mean, he's not young, but, you know, but Phil White. Phil, I met Phil when we all lived in Dundee. It's like, take the shovel from me. When we all lived in Dundee, and we have we remained in close contact ever since, good pals over long periods of time. However, we haven't, because of the lockdown, we haven't seen one another for months. We usually meet up at the away end at St Mirren Park or Kilmarnock or something when Dundee United are playing. We wave to the small but select group of people, of United fans who are regular Sammy supporters. And Phil here is doing a song by another United supporter who is often in the cold end at St Mirren Park as well. That's Ricky Ross, and it's called Riches. So here's Phil White.
This is a song written by Ricky Ross for someone we lost about over 20 years ago, 30 years ago maybe, Jim Punton, who some of us might know, and he was a great thinker and preacher and whatnot, and he influenced a lot of people, and among those that he influenced was a woman called Jean Finlater, who worked in northwest Glasgow, did huge amounts of brilliant work with farmers and kids lots of whom have fond memories of Jean, and Jean passed away this week. So this is a wee tribute to Jean, a song for 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, but in memory of Jean 𝗩𝗏𝗧𝗏, called Riches.
It's good to know how big a life can be, especially when it falls away so easily. How hard it is for you to take your leave. And I wish you all the things that you believe in, like riches. Now that they're different, and work, lifted like riches. Now that they're different, and work, your burden lifted. I wish all those things, if you will leave. Bright clothes for winter, bright clothes for winter. Journey, don't say goodbye. Don't need clothes to wear or money to buy. Take a bed to sleep in, sleeves to cry on, and don't go gently into that good night like riches. Now that they're different, and work, lifted like riches. Now that they're different, work, your burden lifted. I wish all those things, if you leave. Bright clothes for winter, bright clothes for winter. Like riches, now that they're different, work, your burden lifted. I wish all those things, if you could leave. Bright clothes for winter, bright clothes for winter, bright clothes for
Okay, thanks to our old pal Phil White and the flip side of dignity, riches. So we were talking earlier on about young people who are willing to help out old duffers musically, and people who can actually play instruments. So here's one coming up now. This is Katie Boyle, and it's the first time she's played Sammy. So Katie Boyle. Katie actually played with our Kelly band, 𝗩𝗏𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟, for a year or 10 years, who knows? It was in the past anyway, and it was very embarrassing for the rest of us because she could actually play. She's sent in a bit of film here. I think it's filmed in Donegal, the place of her heart, and Katie's given us a couple of reels. So here is the lovely Katie Boyle.
So this set of tunes is from the playing of 𝗩𝗓𝗡 Boyle. So I'm a Glaswegian from Donegal background. My mother's side are Dohertys from Buncrana, and my father's side are Boyles from 𝗩𝗏𝗡 in the west coast of Donegal. And 𝗩𝗓𝗡 Boyle's been a big influence on my playing for a long time, and this is a set that I learned from him. So the first one's called The Pigeon on the Gate, and the second is called 𝗩𝗓𝗡 Picking Cockles.
Katie Boyle, so lovely to, thanks very much for helping us out, Katie. As you'll have gathered, the Shankers eventually took the view that we had to let her move on. Yeah, careers were too important, you know. And of course the Boyles, a family, a very musical family. And of course the family of whom more stories are told than any other in Glasgow. So hello to Frank, Mary and all the Waynes. Right, so moving on, if there's anyone whose songs have been covered more than Sammy's, than Bruce Springsteen, I'd be surprised to learn that, because he is the well to which we go repeatedly to draw inspiration, and someone who of course has been very faithful in this regard is our next artist, and it's good old Dan, so Dan Welsh, and he is doing one of the more theatrical of the Bruce numbers. He is doing for us Pink Cadillac. Here's Dan.
Hi Sammys, how you doing? Hope you're well. Dan here. Going electric for a bit of a change, so here's a wee tune I hope you enjoy. Now honey, you may think I'm foolish for the foolish things I do. You may wonder how come I love you when you get on my nerves like you do. Well baby, you know you bug me, there ain't no secret about that. Come on over here and hug me, and baby I'll spill the facts. Well honey, it ain't your money, 'cause baby I got plenty of that. I love you for your pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, sitting in the back, oozing down the street, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Well, now way back in the Bible, temptations always come along. There's always somebody tempted, somebody into doing something they know is wrong. They tend to serve with silver, they tend to serve with gold, and they tend to with the pleasures that the flesh doth surely hold. They say Eve tempted Adam with an apple, but baby I ain't going for that. I know it was her pink Cadillac, plush velvet seats, sitting in the back, oozing down the streets, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what to do in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Now some folks think it's too big and uses too much gas. Some folks say it's too old and that it goes too fast. But my love is bigger than a Honda, yeah, it's bigger than a Subaru. Hey man, that's one thing, but only one car will do. Anyway, we don't have to drive it, we can park it out the back, have a party in your pink Cadillac, crushed velvet seats, sitting in the back, oozing down the streets, waving to the girls, feeling out of sight, spending all my money on a Saturday night. Honey, I just wonder what you do in the back of your pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Thanks, Sammy's. Frank, get in the door.
So that was the mighty Dan Welsh. If you could bottle Dan's cheeriness, you could give it away as prizes at the end of the evening. It's what we all need these days, a bottle of Dan. So Dan, I guess, is one of the folk who have most often performed for us at Sammy's. He is one of the Sammy's musical giants, and if there's another one that springs to mind, it would have to be, of course, 𝗩𝗜𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟. And Ernie is going to sort of almost close up the evening for us now. He's going to give us a 𝗩𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟 Hal David number. So, as always, we'll look forward in anticipation to Ernie.
Oh, hi folks, here we are again. Tonight I'm going to sing a song by Hal David and 𝗩𝗥𝗧𝗨𝗔𝗟. It's all about the perils of love. I don't mean the perils, I mean the perils. What do you get when you fall in love? A girl with a pin to burst your bubble. That's what you get for all your trouble. I'll never fall in love again. No, I'll never fall in love again. What do you get when you kiss a girl? Get enough germs to catch pneumonia, and when you do, she'll never phone you. I'll never fall in love again. No, I'll never fall in love again. Don't tell me what it's all about. I've been there and I'm glad is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You get enough tears to fill an ocean. That's what you get for your devotion. I'll never fall in love again. No, I'll never fall in love again. Don't tell me what it's all about. I've been there and I'm glad I'm out of those chains that bind you. That is why I'm here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies and tears and sorrow. So at least until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. No, I'll never fall in love again. Not till tomorrow.
So, there you go, your monthly dose of Ernie.
Keep that. Keep that.
Sorry?
That's good.
Right, so should we cut and start again? Or, yeah, okay, cut. So there you are. Don't you feel better after your monthly dose of Ernie? Okay, well, we're nearly there. Yeah. We're nearly there. We're going to finish off with some music from the New Jersey Shore. This is a Southside Johnny number, well, a number covered by Southside Johnny, written by Miami Steve, and Blackjack, in making the video, has opened up with a shot of the Stone Pony. And the Stone Pony is a club on the boardwalk in Asbury Park, New Jersey. And I visited it one time, and without a word of a lie, on the boardwalk outside the Stone Pony, I found a plectrum. And the only thing I don't know for sure is whether the plectrum belonged to Miami Steve or to Bruce. Who knows? We have to live with mystery sometimes in life, don't you find? Anyway, so it's the Bucks doing what they do with the Southside Johnny number, I Don't Want to Go Home.
Oh, I know that it's getting late, but I don't wanna go home. I'm in no hurry, baby, time can wait, 'cause I don't wanna go home. You listen to the man sing his song. Hey, I don't wanna go home now. I don't mind if it takes all night long, 'cause I don't wanna go home. Now listen, baby, look at how the people stare. Said I don't wanna go home. In their minds I know they've all been there. I don't wanna go home. I know the words to the song I feel. Yeah, but I don't wanna go home now. I know he's talking about the way I feel, but I don't wanna go home. Now listen, baby, I know we had to try to reach up and touch the sky, baby. Whatever happened to you and I, but I don't wanna go home. I wanna hear people laughing and having a good time. I wanna know why she told me she had to go. Why did she leave me alone? I know that it's time to go, yeah, but I don't wanna go home. Play the blues, play them soft and low, 'cause I don't wanna go home. Now listen, baby, I know we had to try to reach up and touch the sky, baby. Whatever happened to you and I, but I don't wanna go home. I don't wanna go home. Believe me, darling, I don't wanna go home. Don't wanna be alone. Ain't nobody waiting at home.
So I don't want to go home, but we have to. So that's the end of the show. So we have the traditional things to do. We have to thank Joe for doing the sound. We have to thank Kim on the bar. We have to thank the Glad Cafe for being the Glad Cafe. Cafe is open, so if you can get along, have your lunch, that kind of thing. And we have to thank everyone for performing and sending in. Remember, if you're going to do a video, get to it now. Don't leave it to the end of the month, because the sooner we get them in, the easier it is for us to get them all organised. And if do one if you're out there and or if you know someone she's a bit of a performer, a bit of a singer, but maybe they don't know, get them to do one, send them in. More new people is always good. And so finally, we want to thank you for continuing to support Sammy's and the lockdown and all that kind of thing. So, Swan, what have you got to say?
Yep. Well, the Glad Cafe 250 Club should be appearing along the bottom of your screen now, if I can manage to remember how to do that. Congratulations to them. And what's left to say? Well, just lovely to see you all, lovely to spend the evening in your delightful company. And as we head towards winter and Christmas time, remember, look after each other, be good to each other, keep safe, and we'll see you in December. And now Bryce and me will let you get back to your wine. I mean, your life. So, lovely to see you. See you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.